From the Bakersfield, California, this is the Renegade Report.
And now's your host, Steve Lynch.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Renegade Report, show dedicated to the athletic program of Bakersfield College. 20 sports up there at BC, a lot going on right now. And today we're going to be talking a lot of tennis and then doing a little taped interview with a former football player. I'm Steve Lynch. I'm sitting in for Francis Mayer, who's out today. And like I said, a lot going on, but right now, especially with men's tennis. And for our first segment with us, we have Nick Jacobs, the coach of the men's tennis team. How you doing today, Nick?
Doing good, Steven. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm doing well. I love this weather we're having right now.
Oh yeah, it was better than Monday. We got rained out.
Oh, so has the weather played a lot of
We didn't have practice on Monday, so it was we had to kind of adjust the schedule a little bit, but we ended up taking it to Glendale on Tuesday, so it was all right.
Yeah, I saw that in the paper. Obviously, I didn't get a chance to see the match, but it looks like you guys are doing really well right now.
Yeah, I mean, in conference, we're 3-2 right now. The match on Tuesday, it was tougher than the score indicated. We had a lot of three-setters. Glendale's always the feisty team. They always like to get under your skin a little bit, like to dig, really, really dig in there. Like there's the same when I played. And we just kind of went out there like, we beat them 7-2 the first time, but it wasn't easy then. We had a lot of close matches that went in our favor, and we knew coming in, playing them at home, they're probably one of the toughest teams in the state to play at home. It's just one of the rowdy places, and we're fortunate to be up 5-1, clinch the match essentially after singles, because the way it was looking, we probably could have been down 4-2, but my guys just battled back, didn't really care what was going on. A couple were sick, but that doesn't mean anything. They kind of battled back and eventually kind of found their footing, and then doubles, we swept them like we usually do. So, yeah.
Nice. So you're 3-2 in league. Now, how many league matches do you have?
Okay, so in our league, there's 5 teams, including us. So we have 8 league matches total. It was better this year. Last year we only had 4 teams because Santa Barbara did not have, a program last year or last few years. They brought it back. So, and they whooped us pretty good the first time, but, a lot of the doubles matches were close, and we're playing them at home again next Thursday. So we're going to try and take them again because the way we're looking right now, if we can get tied for second in conference, we have an outside shot of going to state. It's pretty slim, but we got an outside chance. So we're just kind of, not focusing too much on that because, I'm giving my guys a couple days off, and then we're just going to be kind of rested for, Elliot Pierce. Because we go there on Tuesday, and that won't be an easy place to play either.
Right. I mean, obviously, Southern California is a hotbed of tennis, so a lot of great players that you guys are facing, and a lot of good talent on your team as well, right?
Oh, yeah. We have our team, which we're fortunate enough this year. We don't have anyone that's clearly outstanding, and what I mean by that is we don't have someone that's like clearly the best. Everyone on our team on any given day can go out and beat anyone. So as a coach, to me, doing the lineup this year is very difficult because I had to kind of juggle that and kind of put people where I think they should end up at, and we kind of talked, me and my team talked about it. But, the thing that's really carried us this year, more so than last year, was probably the doubles. I mean, we're sweeping teams, in doubles, which sweeping Glendale 3-0 usually doesn't happen. It just worked in our favor. It's stuff we work on a lot, and because of that, there's a lot of their singles, a lot of the guys we have played last year. So their singles game is just kind of really shot up, and they now know, kind of what to expect out there instead of just kind of going out there without a game plan. They know what's going on. So everything's just, I think, smoothly kind of moving in the right direction, including, like with our whole program in general. Like the women are doing really well too.
Right. Yeah. We've talked to, the coach over there in the Loudermilk several times, and obviously the whole program, men's and women's tennis at BC, on the upswing right now.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you attribute to that to?
Well, basically, I'm just out there kind of coaching. I think it's kind of the players that we bring in because they're ultimately the ones that are playing. I can go out there and bark at them all I want, but in the end, that ain't gonna, that's not gonna do them any good. It's all about them going out there doing what they do in and outside of class, because ultimately they got to be the well-rounded student athlete. You can't have just one or the other. And a lot of the athletes we have, this is their second year, so they know kind of the system and what is expected out of them, and they're just kind of coming in, grinding out. The last 3 weeks, I mean, we've played probably 2 or 3 matches a week, which usually we don't do. But I felt like this year we needed those matches because a lot of our guys are more experienced. So I figured they can handle it. And yeah, we haven't had much practice time. We played a lot of matches, and we're kind of feeling the effects a little bit of it. But we're good that we don't have really anything else going on this week. So I gave my guys the rest of the week off so they can kind of focus and mentally have a break, and then we'll just get ready to go on Monday and prepare, for Pierce on Tuesday.
Make that final push here before a possible playoff.
Yeah, we have a slim chance. I mean, we know we have to do. We have to beat Santa Barbara. The only thing that kind of works in our favor a little bit is they lost San Diego City and we beat them, so we can kind of split with them. We might have the edge there, but then again, we can't really think about that. We just have to kind of take it match by match. And next week, we got Pierce on Tuesday. That's kind of what we're focusing on right now, and then when it comes time to get to Santa Barbara, we'll talk about that on Wednesday after we play. But right now, our focus is for Pierce on Tuesday.
Back to the thing about the BC tennis program being on the upswing. Now, do you go out and do a lot of recruiting, or what do you? For people that don't know, what do you do to try to get players, quality players, to come to BC?
I mean, essentially, I think the thing that works in, well, I shouldn't say my favorite, the tennis program's favor is, Bakersfield's a hotbed tennis community, so everyone knows everybody. A lot of the high school coaches I've known for ages, because when I played, they were the same coaches when I played the Garces, so I still kind of touch base with them, and they'll let me know if this player will come, and I'll kind of touch base, and it kind of just the word gets around, and especially we're starting to get a little more coverage in the paper and all that stuff, so that helps also. But I think the fact that we're just getting the word out there that it's a great time to be at BC, and we've been fortunate enough through the years to have a lot of men and women come into the program. Before I came, we'd be lucky to maybe have fill a women's team and a men's team, but it's just, I think, getting the word out that we have a team, and going out and doing the grunt work and going to the high school league matches, because I felt like when I was playing, after I left, that kind of was put on the back burner. Some coaches expected kids to come, but you can't really expect kids to come when they don't really know what's going on, or when you bring them in, they need to know, okay, they need to have this done, this done, this done, and all of them don't get that. So me and Nick try to get them early on as we can, and we tell them, okay, you're really gonna be a force for us, but this is what you have to do. Not only do you have to make sure you're gonna maintain what you can do on the court, you got to make sure you maintain 2.0 GPA and you're on track to graduate, which is the main goal we have. Because a lot of my guys this year are going to be going off and transferring. So right now we're working on getting their A through G's requirements, all that stuff done, and their SCPs. So making sure when they go off, they're all set and they don't have to worry about anything. And then the women, they're going to be pretty stacked, I think, next year, because all of them are all freshmen, and we're getting a couple people from Independence that'll come in and make the ladder a lot better. So we're going in the right upswing, I think, right direction there.
Right. And how many of you talked about kids going on to onto four-year schools? Now, do you have very many kids that are going to play tennis, do you think, at a four-year school?
I think all of my top 6 are capable of that. I know, like I said, Sammy, Andrew, Austin, Brian, Christian, and Andrew Badon, and just a couple others. They're all trying to kind of decide where they're going to go right now, and a lot of them have had good wins, and they're all capable. Now, whatever level they go off and play, it's up to them, but we're trying to just get the word out that, like I said, we have some quality players here, and the colleges need to take notice of it. Because we played against Cal Lutheran in the beginning, and a few of my kids are interested in that school, and I have a couple that could play D3, potentially D2, some D1. So we're trying to weed that out.
The Kingsmen.
Yep. Oh yeah.
They were our arch rival. I played basketball at Azusa Pacific.
Okay.
They weren't in our league at the time, but we played them because it was a close non-league opponent. So yeah, Cal Lutheran, that's a good school.
Oh yeah.
Now, back to the recruiting thing, most people, it's not that long ago you were playing high school tennis. So you,
Oh, yeah.
like you said, because I remember covering you, and it wasn't that long ago. So you still probably do have a lot of contacts, like you said, with the coaches that are coaching high school here. I mean, how much does that help, the fact that you know these coaches?
I mean, it helps a lot because, I mean, sometimes you're going into a position and you kind of don't really know what's out there, don't know what to expect. Because I know, like I said, in talking to some of the other community college coaches, some of them just kind of got thrown in there and they've been emailing some of the high schools and they don't hear back. Well, my thing is since everything nowadays is, you can send an email and you can do that and all you want, but if you don't have that face-to-face contact, that individual set time with the coach and or the player that's interested, you're not going to get any, no matter what college. I mean, it could be UCLA, USC. I mean, I don't care who you are. You're not going to get anyone unless you know how to talk to somebody and you can sell it. Because it's different than you send an email versus me talking to you about it. So you got that's the one thing I think you have to have in at BC. We're very fortunate that all of our coaching staff, including me and Nick, we have that ability to just go out there and we're able to sell our program. We get a lot of quality recruits.
Right, and how much more time have you had to focus now on men's tennis now that Nick has been brought on to coach the women? I mean, women, that's had to help quite a bit.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Last year, I was, I oversee both programs, but as far as going forward, it's nice to just kind of not have to kind of worry about them because I know they're in good hands because I've known Nick for ages. I mean, he coached me when I was younger. Now, about the quality of instruction I received from him was another thing. But I can tell you, he knows what he's doing. He's coached all around the world, Hawaii, all that stuff. He knows what he's doing. We kind of talked about, at least before the season, kind of what I expect out of him. I mean, it wasn't really a big, long thing, but it was just like, okay, just did that. And it's just gone smoothly. I mean, last year was a little more all over the place, and I was kind of, a little stressed. But now everything's going just smoothly. I mean, it helps when you have, not only the staff, but the student athletes who kind of, they don't make your life, live in hell, as some of the other schools do. But, we're blessed to have, like I said, all the athletes, and they're the ones that make the program thrive. I mean, they're the ones that play. I mean, I'm just out there giving them ideas. Ultimately, they're the one that's going to go out there and play. So it's good that, they're all buying in.
All right, well, we're going to be back in just a moment, talk a little bit more Bakersfield College tennis on the Renegade Report when we return.